So good. What a great intro that the wonderful technicians here at the CODEX station have made for me. And I love mwah, the comics they showed. Of course, I own every issue. But to end it with JLA 111, my Genesis book. Thank you. That's very good. So today, I said today's showcase would be a secret. And what do I mean by that? Well, if it's going to be a secret, of course it has to be House of Secrets. Here we go. This is House of Secrets, number 1. 1956. Thank you. House of 1956. I finished this title. I completed it a year ago, and it was a pretty big job. I had 81 up. I have every Bronze Age DC horror book. So House of Secrets went back to horror with number 81. But I decided, you know what? I can get the previous 80 issues, and that's what I did, and I worked on it. And the 50s DC books are not easy to find, not easy to get. So started off, House of Secrets 1. My lovely wife had got this for me for a gift. And then I just went on a tear from there. So House of Secrets 1, cool cover, great mystery book. This is in the code. So I'm going to show you something you don't normally see. I'm going to show you the first 10 issues nonstop. So there's two. Two's a little beat, but you know what? I've got it. So
I love the logo on the colors on the logo on that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is number 3. Three's got a few issues too. I mean,
got a little bit of love. That's all it needs.
It's been loved. A little bit of chipping there. 4 is in great shape. Got a little fade at the top, but it's in really good
nice.
shape.
Look how crisp that looks.
Yep. So I got a little fade at the top.
And it is. We want to do justice for Uncle Gary.
Thank you, SideQuest. Really cool. Here's issue 5. Yeah.
Is that Lex Luthor?
Yes. He went into the barbershop and said, "Give me the Luthor." So
Give me the Luthor.
Give me the Luthor. All right. And you know what? Gorilla Cell, baby. Gorilla Cell. So that's why number 6 got a gorilla. And the gorilla's saying, "Let me explain." You know, there's a laboratory freak professor. Shoot him before he gets away with the formula. Wait, don't shoot me. Let me explain. And if a gorilla tells you, "Let me explain," I would say you need to listen to that gorilla.
Have you seen No.
A lot more dialogue on the cover of these than most of the.
Well, that's right, because when they went back to horror, they stopped the dialogue. This is in the 50s, where it's dialogue heavy. So there you go. But that's just a cool cover there. Love that. Was that 7? Here's number 8. This is Jack Kirby cover.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, I got a question then. With all
Kirby,
like the House of Secrets, is this one main writer and artist, or is it jump?
It jumps a lot, and because there are more than one story in the book, you get quite a few. And same with the covers. A lot of the covers you jump around. You got Dick Dillon. You got Kirby doing some covers. You got Ayers doing covers. You got Ramon doing covers. You've got quite a few of the guys that were churning out the Silver Age, but they're very, this is just very much 50s stuff. And this is 9. So it's an anthology, and because this was after the Code, see, House of Mystery started before the Comics Code came in, so those were a little more horror-laden, and then the Code came in, and they couldn't, they couldn't be as graphic. They had to tone it down, so they became more, mystery and adventure and things like that with the sci-fi feel. I love that cover. I think that's pretty good. And that's number 10. So those were the first 10. You don't always see those. And after that, I just picked and chose ones I thought that were really cool. So here's 13.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. And so kind of neat. And again, the logo is really cool on these. 13. Here we go. Oh, this one's really good. And there were 4 first appearances in House of Secrets that are notable. So 1 major, a villain, pretty good villain one, a minor, and then so kind of a major villain, and then 2 other characters that are interesting. One is definitely much minor. Tim would love this little flying saucer cover. This is this is a cover that a lot of people sought after, because this was in the 50s and the sci-fi craze. series.
The man who stole air.
Yep. All right, here we go. Another Gorilla cover.
Gorilla Cell.
Gorilla Genius, Gorilla Cell, baby. I'll have to show you my Strange Adventures Sergeant Gorilla cover. That is really great. Category is humans. You've reached the record $200,000 plateau. Proceed with your question. So there we go. There we go. I just think this is a cool cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah,
The logo, how the top it's slanted like the House of Secrets logo is, the top red part. I just think that is really cool.
Yeah, that trade dress is really, really cool.
That's what I was searching for, trade dress. There you go. There's a cool.
Nice.
It's a Dick Dillon cover. Lair of the Dragonfly. So you just had a lot of fantastic creatures. And when we get to 81, that's when it went back to the horror format, when DC relaunched the horror lines, their horror stuff. Yeah. I just love the colors on that.
Yeah, that is nice.
So these are ones you don't see all the time. Now here we go with our first one of our appearance. This is a character you will know. Yeah, Chris, the very cool. This is Mark Merlin was introduced in there. Yeah, very Twilight Zone. And Mark Merlin was kind of so here we go. Here's the first one, Richard. This is Mark Merlin in issue 23. And he was kind of pretty much a guy that investigated the unusual. So that's what he was. It wasn't like Dr. Occult where it's all occult stuff. Just things were unusual. Could be monsters, could be sci-fi, could be aliens. But Mark Merlin was in the middle of it. So he became the lead character in this book for quite a while. So it wasn't always the cover subject, but he would be one story in this book would be a Mark Merlin subject story. So everything else would be anthology, but you get one Mark Merlin mystery. So I think that's a cool. Creature cover. What issue is that? That is 24. Here's 27. Yeah, it's a Dick Dillon.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's pretty. I like that one.
Yeah, so that's a Dick Dillon creature cover. So, Secret of the Fossil.
If you have a lower graded copy, because I'm pretty sure it's an upgraded one, you can send it over. I'll take it.
You want me to do that? Okay, very good. I'll see if I have the lower. And I do have the sickness. I will buy books I already have. 29. Just again, just the crazy creature. Another Mark Merlin. Now this is Mark Merlin on the cover again. So.
I really like that they change up the trade dress to match with like the color palette of the title or of the cover. Oh,
absolutely. DC was a well-oiled machine. Now these are late 50s, getting close to 60, and they were a well-oiled machine. I mean, when they put out a book, they look good. Thank you, SideQuest. So I think I just. They knew what they were doing. They knew what to get the eyes on the on things. Look at the colors on this.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I
love it.
And it doesn't hurt that most of these are in pretty good shape too. So that makes them pop just a little bit too. So that's 34 plus being in the Gerber bags make everything pretty good. So
just to have those colors and most of them being just flats. It looks amazing with no highlights. It still looks practically like every page pops.
Absolutely, and like I said, at this point, I showed you the first 10 in a row, but we're jumping around here. There's was that 40? Yeah, so here's 40 now. We're at 40. So now we're like at 61, 62. But just the weird creatures. This is what the books House of Mystery and House of Secrets were both into at the time. Plus DC had Strange Adventures. They had Mystery in the Space. So, very much they had the unexpected, Tales of the Unexpected. So here's a great dinosaur cover.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So 41. The black on there looks really good. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, having those books in a Mylar adds like a grade and a half for sure.
Oh, dude. These Gerber bags, man, they're one of the best investments I ever made for my collection. And for the first time ever, some of these books you're seeing are put in great bags because I've been amassing them and not all of them were in good bags. So today it took me, I spent over 2.5 hours just putting the first 45 issues in the good bags because, you're putting them in, you got to be careful. So you got chipping on the cover. So sometimes here's a pro tip for you. Sometimes if you're putting a book in and you've got it where part of the cover is turned up or turned back, and you're trying to get it in the bag, and you don't want the flap to go up, where it's just a little at the bottom, it's indentation, is put a board on top of it and behind it, slide it into the bag, and then slide the top board off, and then it'll stay flat the way you left it. And you're right, my greatest adventure was like that. So here's 44. So this is where I left off. I did the first 44 and put them in Mylar. So they look great. So I'll show you some of the other highlights. So the other great appearance, the good villain appearance, is this issue here. As you can see, this is 61. And this book's got a little price to it here. Yeah. This is the first Eclipso. So
nice.
So he's in the cover inset there. So not an exciting cover for him, but still. And when I got it, this is like a $250 copy, and I've had it for a while. So it's not if you got it for $250 now, that would be a bargain. It is not $250. So, and Eclipse, again, I think Eclipso is just a really cool villain. I'll also show you his first full cover, 66.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so we've still got Mark Merlin in there. And now you have Eclipso. So you'll still get another story that's an anthology, but now you're getting an Eclipso story, a Mark Merlin story. So that lasted until 81. And 81 took us in a new direction, went back to horror. There we go. Great Neil Adams cover.
Nice.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So, the horror, let's see, this was my jam here. 81 to 154 was the final issue. And so, like I said, I had every DC Bronze Age horror. Now, we don't have any word balloons. We don't need any word balloons. Just the story, the House of Secrets, and there's another introduction in here. Anybody want to take a guess who was introduced in this? How about the caretaker of the House of Secrets?
I forget. Was it Abel or Cain?
Abel. Cain is the caretaker. Cain is the caretaker of House of Mystery. Abel's the caretaker of House of Secrets. House of Mystery went back to horror with 174, with that great cover with the door opening and the hand beckoning the kids in. So that was thank you, TJ. Got one more for you too. One more special one. So,
I feel I know what that one is.
Yeah, of course you do. The so that 174 is when House of Mystery went back to horror, and then because they did start out in horror, because I have a House of Mystery 1, which is one of my prized books. Wanda was a werewolf on that cover. It was awesome, and that was from 52, I think. But we go back to horror. So House of Mystery 174 goes back to horror, and then Cain is introduced in the next issue, House of Mystery 175. But the first issue, the House of Secrets, went back to horror after House of Mystery did, and they went ahead and introduced Abel with the first issue back to horror. So Abel, first appearance there. And then there's one more, I know you all know, but there's one more major appearance in House of Secrets. It's a tough book to get. It's a tough book to get in any shape. To get it in this shape. Oh, prepare to drool. House of Secrets. 92.
Yeah, it's the first appearance of Louise Simonson.
It is. Well, back then she was Louise Jones.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, there she was. So
marriage.
First Swampy. Well, that was her first marriage. She was married to the artist Jeffrey Jones. So there you go. First Swamp Thing. The colors are amazing.
The book's amazing.
The book is amazing. This is probably it's got a slight little tick on the cover right there, a little tear there, but I still think it's a 9. It's raw. It's not been worked on. So I've had this book in my possession probably, time is just going crazy for me, probably 40 years. So boom, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good looking book. And it's really cool. I got to get Miss Simonson now to sign a facsimile edition of this at the Big Oak a couple months ago. And she was just as wonderful as can be. So to have a facsimile of this signed by her is neat. I would never consider to have this signed by anybody, because I don't, these great, I have Bernie's signature on some hardcovers that I have that he signed for me, but On this book here, no, no signatures on this. This is just as good. Top 10 cover. I mean, as far as iconic comic covers go, there's no way this is in the top 10. This is it, baby. This is the real deal. Exactly what I'm coughing.
All of them are.
Side quest, I've said for years. I'm taking all these books with me. I'm just looking for a hearse with a luggage rack. So there we go.
And now you need a double-decker bus.
Yeah, we talked about getting the double-decker bus. Yeah, I got 60,000 bucks. Yeah, I'm going to need a double-decker bus. So
you might need to make 2 trips now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So that is the showcase. I hope you enjoyed seeing some books you don't usually see. The early House of Secrets, to see the first 10 issues in a row. You don't get that anywhere else, man. You only get it here on the CODEX station that brings you the goodness of the House of Secrets, #1, baby. So there you go.
That's awesome. So, hey, Gary, let me ask you this:
Yes.
Are those available as a trade?
Okay, so House of Secrets.
That's a good question, Sal.
They did an epic collection, starting, and it starts with 81, where they went back to horror. And the epic collections, now these have been out of print for a while, but they're the big, thick black and white books that DC did. So they've done a couple. But listen, they've done a couple House of Mystery, and they've done those. But also, they complete. So the House of Mystery, 81 to 154, is all the horror. They have done 2 of the great omnibuses that came out within the past 5 or 6 years, I guess, and they complete every issue all the way up to 154, from 81 to 154. And you can get them with the great art in it, reproduced in the 2 omnibuses of the House of Secrets. They've also done House of Mystery, and they started with the 174, went back to horror, and there's been 2 volumes of that, maybe a 3rd volume. But I have every one that they've put out so far. Those are well worth getting. You probably have to get them on secondary market now. When those books came out, they were $100 books or $125 books. But they are amazing and they look good. I'm sorry I didn't bring one of the big volumes with me, but they're doorstops. They're books that they're so heavy you could beat somebody to death with them if needed.
Yeah.
So, they're definitely doorstops. But so 2 great ways to get it. The more affordable way is the black and white epic line. But the much cooler way, much better way to showcase it is to get the House of Mystery and the House of Secret omnibuses that came out. So I recommend them highly. I have them, even though I have the originals, I've got them upstairs because that's my preferred way to read them. Because again, like I said today, when I put a lot of these books in here, you just got to be so careful with them. But the early ones, 1 through 80, are not in those editions. It's just the horror ones, 81 up.
Okay.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up. Uncle Gary, fantastic. First one, your intro.
Nice job.
The intro, y'all killed it. I am so happy about that.
Me and Tim went back and forth on that, on how we should do it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of the stream. If you like this format, let us know. If not, we can always tweak some things, but mainly it's going to be a live show other than Uncle Gary's showcase. You're going to be catching that for probably on Tuesdays, edited, ready to go for your liking. So comment on there. Let us know what you like. Richard, what's up?
One more thing. What you got, Rick?
He's typing it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Just tapping it out. Here it comes.
Oh no, this is just from TJ.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, TJ.
Well, thanks for spending your Saturday night and early Sunday with us. I mean, it's one of the highlights. We look, I was going to be on vacation this week and had to change plans around. I was like, well, at least I get to be on CODEX. So thank you.
Well, that was for CBC.
Well, I'm not sure what that is, but y'all can tell me.
Okay.
There's a comic book community awards that Brian LCS sponsors, and CODEX has been nominated for. We can't actually see the nominations, but CODEX was nominated for an award.
Wow.
I think individually, cool. Those of you guys that have individual channels, I think you guys were all individually nominated, and I was for something.
Well, congratulations.
It's so weird to see my name next to like Lunch Money Comics It's just a very, very weird feeling. But yeah,
I didn't see
thanks.
that at all. Where was that again? Say that again.
I'll send you guys the link.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
great. I didn't even know. Usually I'm on top of these things.
Well,
And
Richard, thanks for letting us know too,
Yeah.
man. I had no idea. You know,
I just put a
plugged
cross
in-
on
you're out here doing God's work, man.
as plugged in as I am to the tech world, it's amazing.
You are.
I didn't find
Yeah.
out.
You're
He's been hacking computers since they were
Mr.
invented.
Tech.
Yeah, Mr. Tech, Mr. Tech.
If you ever go to Gary's house, you see the setup like the
SideQuest,
Matrix.
Thank you so much.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Well, thank you,
SideQuest.
Thank you, SideQuest. Wow.
Can you tell us what you voted for us for so we know?
Yeah, this is all news to me too. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, God.
Well, thank you. I mean,
I was trying to look it up here.
we've got such great folks that tune in and watch this and contribute. Because let me tell you, we love doing the show. We love hanging out with each other and then having great guests like Hagen on tonight. We love that. But when we get to interact with y'all because you're digging it and you're part of the fun and we keep these inside jokes going, you make our nights. You make us really, really, really want to do this. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
Like Richard, like even that Instagram post you made about getting, was it Marvel 1986? Like
85.
85, my bad. 85, that warmed my heart. I was like, I shared it everywhere. I was like, this is why we do what we do. Even if it reaches one person, we're happy. Like, I don't need the biggest following. Yeah, would I love to see those numbers skyrocket? Of course, anyone would. I mean, Lettuce can probably agree too. It was awesome to hit that goal of 200, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been or with this, I'm not a numbers guy. Like I'm not I want 100, I want 200, I want 300. To me, the stunning thing is that behind each of those, I think I'm up to like 312, 320, somewhere in there.
Nice.
But behind each of those ticks is somebody who thought that I was interesting enough that they're willing to dedicate their time to me. And that's just like so beyond flattering. Like I'm just some dumbass who makes videos about comic books that I like, and people are interested enough to do that. So that's that's the flattering thing. It's less like the numbers game, and it's more the fact that each of those numbers represents somebody who thinks I'm fascinating.
See, that's affirmation, baby. TJ, very good summation. That shows most gaping holes. That would be us.
I just checked my page and I have 160 followers.
Nice.
I don't even look at that all that often. It's like,
hey,
right now we're
I do pay Chris, but I pay him by the inch.
Yeah, right now we're
by the inch.
1392.
We are 1392. Nice.
Yeah, and I don't check that usually. The only thing I look at is how like videos are doing. So I mean, other than that, like, oh, and by the way, everybody, right now it's in chat. Yeah, as soon as this is over, go watch the interview with the creators of Ram God. We had Owen and Morgan Rosenblum from Massive Publishing, and they're also promoting their other book, Winds of Numasera, with the board game coming out too here soon, which you guys will be seeing a lot of.
Best ongoing series. Okay.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I just checked my YouTube channel has 23 followers.
Those are rookie numbers. You got to get those numbers up there.
Gotta get those numbers up. Okay.
Which
you bought the comic goods. I think he's talking about the Ram God ones.
Ram God doesn't come out till July 20.
Oh, then maybe something else then.
When's the new Numasera, maybe?
That was a good interview, by the way. I was a good interview. I was glad I was in the chat with that one.
Yeah, that was fun. I was sick as a dog, and I was like,
you were.
I had to get in there, and like I asked like 3 questions, and after everything was done, they're like, those were like the best questions. I was like, thank you.
They were fevered questions.
Fevered questions.
Yeah. They were fevered.
Oh yeah,
it was a fevered dream. Oh, it was Ram God. Okay, cool, Richard. That if you guys have not checked out Ram God, or seen the synopsis of it, definitely do it. It's kind of like you ever seen Rollerball?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
so
no.
it's that
James Caan.
it's with Running Man mixed with what I thought iRobot. It's all that if they made of one love child. Like
That's a hell of a kid.
yeah, but the covers they have a lot of 80s movie poster variants, and just the main A cover alone. I don't even know if it's up on here still. If we have it, I'll show it. But if that one was amazing too. But yeah, go check out that. It's up right now. So, but yeah, guys, thank you again for joining us. Hagen, Lettuce Comics, thank you
Yeah,
for
buddy.
jumping on another episode with us. I love when people actually, come for a second episode.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
And
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
It's an open invitation too. Whenever you want to jump on, just let us know. Bored one night. Hit me up on Instagram.
That's
That's
right.
where you can find them, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
Yep. Go see Lettuce Comics. Vote for him too for some of these awards, and gosh, his milestone, Captain America 4.
Yeah, if you want to
Avengers
see
4.
if you want to see a copy of Avengers 4, I show it to you within the first 30 seconds of the video. I refuse to clickbait people. So if you want to see that, go ahead and go take a look and check it out.
He's showing you the goods from the get-go. Can't do that.
He doesn't hold back.
He just shows it right away.
He's
just
giving
like
you
me, 10-second man.
He's giving you full frontal on that book from the beginning.
Just whips it out right
That's
there.
what that book deserves.
No matter how little or how big the book is.
Bang! You get it.
All right.
And we're the ones that are excited watching it.
You make my stack a little bit bigger. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
But ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. We will see you next week next week, because that's the only show we're going to have next week. We'll see you next week. Have a great 4th of July if we don't talk to you guys. See you in the next one.
Take care, folks.
See ya.
All right. Who's saying it? I can't wait.
Somebody said it. Where you go? Lettuce got you some votes too.
Awesome.
We had it in the chat.
There it is.
Snoop did it.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Snoop,
Way to go,
thank you,
Chris.
Snoop.
Chris, way to fill.